Preventing HIV and AIDS. Introduction.
If you have HIV, does that mean you also have AIDS? Select yes or no. Correct. HIV can turn into AIDS, but not everyone who is infected with HIV has AIDS.
A pregnant woman with HIV can transfer HIV to her baby.
Select true or false. Correct. Between 1/4 and 1/2 of untreated pregnant women who have HIV give it to their babies during pregnancy or delivery. But if a pregnant woman with HIV gets treatment for HIV while she is pregnant, her baby is much less likely to get HIV. If she gets treatment and has a cesarean section, the chance of passing it to her baby may be even less.
Is it possible to get HIV by getting a tattoo?
Select yes or no.
Correct. If the person giving the tattoo does not sterilize the equipment, the person getting the tattoo could get HIV if the equipment is contaminated from a previous use on someone with HIV. HIV can be transmitted by sharing a razor.
Select true or false.
Correct. If a person with HIV shaves and cuts him or herself, it will contaminate the razor. If another person uses the same razor to shave with, he or she could get HIV. A healthy person can get HIV by using the same toilet seat as an infected person.
Select true or false.
Correct. HIV is not transmitted through sweat or urine. HIV can be spread through anal sex with a person who has HIV.
Select true or false.
Correct. Anal sex is even more hazardous than vaginal sex in transmitting HIV. Anal sex is likely to cause tears in the covering of the anus. This makes it easy for HIV to spread through exchange of blood and semen. HIV can spread by kissing an infected person on the cheek with no cuts or sores on it.
Select true or false.
Correct. HIV is not transmitted through saliva or sweat. HIV can spread by sharing a swimming pool with an infected person.
Select true or false.
Correct. HIV can spread through oral sex.
Select true or false.
Correct. Since semen carries HIV, the virus can spread through the lining of the mouth. There is more chance of it spreading if the mouth has any cuts or sores. HIV can spread through blood transfusion during surgery if any of the blood is contaminated.
Select true or false.
Correct. If a person receives a transfusion of contaminated blood, he or she can get HIV. However, since 1985, all donated blood is screened for HIV in the United States. It would be extremely rare to get HIV through a blood transfusion in the United States.
Do all people who have HIV develop AIDS within 10 years? Select yes or no. Correct. People with untreated HIV may develop AIDS in less than 10 years, but in the United States, most people who receive treatment for HIV never develop AIDS.
Joe injured his arm. Kira touched his wound when she helped him put first aid cream and a bandage on. Joe's lifestyle puts him at high risk for HIV. Should Kira be concerned about getting infected with HIV?
Select yes or no.
Correct. Kira should have worn rubber gloves to deal with a bloody injury. If she had any small cuts in her hand, she could have gotten HIV from Joe if he has it. This is why nurses and police officers use gloves when they come into contact with blood.
Thank you for using Explain.